So it's Monday. Hi. Hello. It's Sunday night. And I'm not in my office right now. I'm actually in Florida, and Sango is here with me.
Hi, guys.
So I did make it. I kept saying I was going to go to Florida, and I did. And now we're here together. And it is really late. We stayed up a little too late watching movies. But, we got a little distracted. But it's okay. I got here Friday. Yeah. I left Friday. Got in midnight, so it had been Saturday.
It's here.
Yeah. So let's, I guess we'll start from there, and I'll tell you guys everything since we kind of built up towards this. I kept saying I was going to be here, and now I am. As I said, I'm reiterating. And so I flew for the first time in almost 15 years. Had a panic attack, but I'm okay. Awesome. Yeah, it was quite an experience, and the first flight was really bad because I got really, really freaked out, and they wanted me to sit like way, way, way in the back, which I was just not okay with. But thankfully, the people at Delta were super, super cool, and were just like, "Oh no, you can sit. We're gonna put you in one of the empty seats near the middle, so you can relax." It's like, "Oh, thank you," because I don't think I could do way in the back. That freaked me out a little too much. I think I'm gonna have to remember that for whenever I have to go back. So I know.
I don't want to think about it.
I know. But on the plus side, whenever I do, you'll be like there soon. So.
Yeah, true.
Christmas. That's true. Sango's gonna be at my house for Christmas. We're talking way ahead, but yeah. So yes, I did have a little bit of a problem on the plane, but I'm okay. I survived that trip, and now I am here.
I got so upset I threw up.
Yeah. I was talking to Sango the whole time. I had a panic attack. She had a panic attack. It was like a chain reaction. It was all bad. But to their credit, Delta was super nice to me, so I will give them that. I can't say anything bad about them. They were way nicer to me than they needed to be, so I will say that. They were super accommodating. The second flight, they didn't even know that I had that problem. I had a layover in Atlanta. So they had no idea that I was going to have to switch planes, but as soon as I went up to the counter, and I asked the guy, "Hey, can you tell me where this seat is?" And he's like, "Oh, it's a row seat." And I was like, "Yeah, but lengthwise." And he's like, "Oh, it's near the back." And I was like, could I beg you to put me toward the middle, because I have bad anxiety about this?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it." Didn't even hesitate. He just "Yeah, you're fine." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
They deal with a lot of people like that every day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like...
I greatly appreciated it.
I know my dad flew Delta a lot when he was in the military.
Yeah.
And we did Delta when we went overseas and stuff, so it's kind of like we know all about their accommodations and how nice they are and all that type of stuff. So
that was
they're very good with people.
That was really nice of them, and I met the nicest guy, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Farad, and he's an optometrist who basically helped me through my panic attack. So if you hear this, that really freaked out guy who is sitting next to you on the plane is actually a magical space unicorn, and thank you so much for being the nicest guy on the plane. So
hopefully, but if
yeah,
not,
well,
at least we shout out. He
was a sweet guy, and it really meant a lot to me.
I actually had when I was going to New Orleans, I actually sat next to a couple that was going home to New Orleans. And I'm like, I've never been to Louisiana, and I was asking about, all of this stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's really, really pretty, and, and you should go here, and you should go here, and all this stuff." So it's nice to be able to talk to people that are, coming from the place you're going to.
Yeah.
and getting an idea of like what you're gonna get into, but also helping you like not have a panic attack while you're flying too. Because it's like, I need a distraction. I forgot my headphones.
Oh yeah, it was a trip. I wanted to tell myself that I was gonna sit there on the plane and either play a game on my tablet or read a book. I had just gotten a new book. What I actually did was vice grip the armrest as if my life depended on it. And
I know that feeling.
Yeah, and the second flight, it wasn't as bad, but I watched the ever-loving fuck out of the beginning of that movie, Alita Battle Angel. I cannot tell you what any of it was about, because I was so terrified I don't remember, but I watched it. I watched the first 40 minutes of it.
Well, I'm sure it looked good.
It very much helped me not think about turbulence. I'm probably going to end up having to rewatch that movie, because all I know is there was a city, fall, robot girl, dear God, the plane's shaking, I'm scared. That's all I remember, so yeah, I'm definitely going to have to rewatch some stuff. Good job.
Thank you.
I haven't been here long enough to have a whole huge amount of stuff to talk about, but there are a few things. One of which was I got to meet the parents.
Okay.
I got to meet Sango's mom.
My dad won't be back until August.
Yeah.
So you will still meet my father at least.
Yeah.
So.
But we still have some stuff to do. So.
And he met my grandmother.
I did.
Which I guess I will announce this, considering a lot of you guys are really amazing and everything. I will say that I'm going through a lot when it comes to my grandmother. She's on me. Sorry.
You're fine. It's just making sure we can all hear each other.
She's on like the very, very early stages of dementia.
Yeah.
I just lost my grandfather a year ago, and now this is happening, and it's just nice to have Moonhorse with me for this, because
I'm doing what I can to help out. So.
But yeah, I'd gone through that, and then
Yeah.
Moonhorse, me and my grandmother, it really helped a lot.
Yeah. So there are two big announcements. One larger, more important than the other, which is Sango and I are engaged.
Woo!
I asked her to marry me. What was it? The next day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
you got down on one knee in my bedroom.
I wanted to make sure I did it right. So
You did.
I don't know if I ever told this story of the ring, so the one ring. It is kind of similar to that. So when Sango first came to visit, all those months back, I have this one ring I always wear that I got from the Renaissance Fair, I think 3 years before we even met.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And it's like this silver ring. It's got these like very Nordic rune-looking dragons engraved all the way across it.
Mm-hmm.
I just always thought it was a really cool ring, and I wear it all the time. It's just kind of a thing that I wore all the time. So when Sango came to see me, she would wear it, except my hands are much bigger than hers, so she has to wear it on her thumb. Because I got like,
I can't help it.
I got like big
small fingers.
Yeah, I got like big honking monster hands, so it's fine. So when I knew I was coming to see her, I was like, I need to make sure I want to get this ring. I want one just like the one that I have, because that's the one that she liked the most. So to put this in perspective, I didn't get this from a jewelry store. No, sir. I went to a Renaissance fair and met a fucking blacksmith who made this ring. So when I wanted another one, I went to that same Renaissance fair, found that exact same blacksmith, and found it in the right size. So essentially, whenever it comes to wedding ring, engagement ring stories, I think I might have the best one. Because everybody else is like, my wife really liked this diamond, so I got this diamond ring. Like, oh, you got that diamond ring? I went back in fucking time, right? I time traveled to find a blacksmith, and I said, "Sir, make me this ring." And he did. And then I traveled halfway across the country, and now I'm here.
Okay, it wasn't halfway across the country.
Well, okay, if I was in Texas, it would have been halfway across the country. I mean, close enough.
Okay, close enough.
Splitting hairs. But that's the most important announcement, and I'm excited about that. We don't have an exact date for when the wedding will be.
No, I mean, I thought of the idea of doing it, like, during our favorite holiday, but...
Yeah, and maybe, but again, like, what year is it's still off, because there's so much stuff we gotta get done first, but...
I gotta graduate from college, which is next year, and then I gotta find out, like, if I'm gonna get a job afterwards, or if I'm gonna be freelancing, and then getting a small job thing, whatever you want to call it.
I gotta help you get that set up, and I still have stuff I have to do, so it's like...
crazy.
Yeah. But the reason I went and got the ring this early is because it was the one thing I knew I could do that you would love, so... I know we may not get married for the next 1 to 5 years or whatever, but...
I've met people that haven't, like, done even their wedding until, like, 10 years later.
It's true, yeah.
It is true. I've seen that. It's like, why 10 years?
Life gets in the way sometimes,
Well, we had a kid and everything. And I was like, oh, well, that's not us. So
I just really wanted, to get something that I knew would mean a lot to you, which is why I did it. And that was the very sentimental part of our podcast. So, now let's talk about the funny part. Let's talk about our live stream the other night.
Oh.
It wasn't super long, but I gotta admit, it was probably the funniest one I've done in a very long time.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that happened.
So for the first time in my life, I actually got to play Breath of the Wild. Yes, I don't own a Switch, and I've never played this game. So Sango was nice enough to set me up.
I beat the crap out of that game.
I still would like to finish more of it.
Basically, I put like 200 hours plus on that game.
Oh, wow. So I did my best to, like, kind of go through it. I got lost a bunch. I became the great stick warrior. I had a stick, and I killed a monster with it.
And then you threw the stick and it exploded in midair, which is hilarious.
It's a good thing I got more sticks. That one's, I think, going to be quite quotable. There's a bunch of stuff in it. But I got to say, my personal favorite part, everybody's favorite part, was I was supposed to be learning how to put pins in far-off objects. So you have to zoom in with the scope. And dude, it's like Metal Gear did it, so it's pretty much the same kind of premise. Yeah. But he was like, press this button and press that button. Well, I pressed the wrong button, and I'm standing on top of a tower. Well, I pressed the wrong button and yeeted my sword off the top of the tower. So it was basically like, zoom in here and put a pin, and I was like, yeah, and just hurled it.
Yeah, the old man's like, did you mean to do that? No.
You all right there, kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna go find that pin first. It's a traveler's sword. It was traveling. But I will say, ingenuity proved better because I just started laughing so hard I couldn't continue.
The fun part was I went to go find your sword.
And then you did. Which I was like, impressed with.
I was like, wow, it threw that far. Alright. Well, I didn't expect it to go that far from the tower.
I threw it pretty hard, apparently. My other favorite part about that whole experience was when the first Guardian statue thing came back online and started like laser guiding at me, and you're like, don't fight that, you can't win. And it's like, oh, okay. So I jumped around this wall and I was like, okay, climb that wall. And immediately as I climbed on the wall, I was like, whee! There's like another laser behind me. I was like, ah! I didn't know he was there. Oh god.
Yeah, the reason I said that is because they really only die by either their own weapons, which you will be able to make later in the game, or when you have the Master Sword, because it's magic endued.
Yeah.
To destroy the Guardians, and it's like, right now you're like, I'm running around and I'm having an adventure, and it's like, don't fight that thing. Don't fight that thing. And it's like, well, why not? It will kill you in an instant. It literally will.
So yeah, that was.
I learned the hard way.
Well,
when I first played it, I learned the hard way.
So the stream was fun, and we look forward to doing more like that. We're gonna do some more streams. We're gonna make different kinds of videos.
We should do Bayonetta too.
We could. I don't have a problem with that. There's a lot of like other places we want to go with while I'm here and make videos with that, and
yeah, we did plan, like, we were gonna take you to St. Augustine because you've never been there, and it's the oldest city, not just in Florida because it's the first city in Florida, but the oldest city in America, so it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Almost 800 years old.
That's pretty wild.
Literally.
that is pretty
it's
wild.
It's like 790 something right now, so it's kind of scary.
That's crazy.
Because it's so funny because when I came to visit you in Louisiana and we went to New Orleans, you guys were celebrating your 300th
anniversary.
So it was just like, wow, that's awkward. But it's like, maybe it was a good day. That was like a good day.
It worked out.
Yeah.
We had a fun time. That was an interesting trip too.
I love the French Quarter though.
Oh, we're definitely gonna go back.
Yeah, oh definitely. Wonder what's like during Christmas time.
It'll be much cooler.
Well, yeah.
which was a damper when we went the first time, as it was really hot and rainy. But no, it'll be much cooler. We'll be able to go more.
No, I mean, I did have a tank top on, but even then, it was just like.
Yeah, that's Louisiana for you.
Yeah.
And we were on the damn river too, so
yeah,
it
was just like, seriously.
But yeah.
But yeah, we were thinking of taking you there, and then of course the mall, because
that
sounds
fun. Yeah.
And wherever else, really. I mean, wherever else that's nearby that we could take you.
I would like that.
Get an idea of Florida. The only place we won't take you is downtown. Okay. Because not only is it the not safest place in the world, it literally isn't that safe. My mom knows the ins and outs of downtown Jacksonville, but we just never go.
Okay.
There's just so many bad things about it. Like, I think you kind of get an idea of, like, you know how New Orleans has got the problems with diversity between, like, many different races and stuff.
Yeah.
Yours is not as bad as ours. Like, you could literally tell who lives in what.
It's very gentrified.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a shame.
It's sad. Yeah. I mean, whoever of your fans that live in Florida, I'm sure they would know what I'm talking about, because it looks like that, and it's really sad because it's been like that since it was first built.
Yeah.
And they never changed it, really, and the only places they really renovated is the white people place.
Damn gentrification.
Yeah, seriously.
But no, we'll good job.
Sorry, guys.
So yes, if you are in fact a Moonhorse fan and you are somewhere in Florida, you may see a guy in a horse head mask, and that would be me. I am here.
That's so great. My mom saw your thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's so cute. And I'm like, it's so goofy.
It is. It really is. I haven't had a chance to finish modifying it.
Yeah.
I need to put like a big blue wig on it, but I gotta find one. But I gotta find a costume shop or something that sells that kind of stuff.
But we do have. We could check Joann's.
Yeah, we can look at some places.
Other than that, I don't know yet.
I mean, I can always, like I said, we can always hit up Google and find stuff.
Google.
My little Google assistant has been very helpful since I got here.
It's a Googles.
Yeah. So the next time though,
Googs.
Googs. Ask the Googs.
The Googs. What's up?
No, that's the next time. Next time I do come back though, I have a plan. And
I'm scared.
It'll be a fun plan. I want you guys to hold me to this as well, because I want to make this a happening thing. I am going to, I have to get some stuff together. I'm going to need to, like, I got to get the rig redone. I need new tires. I need some parts, double check the engine, that kind of stuff.
I'll be so happy when she, like, is awesome.
It's very close. It won't take much more.
Yeah.
But my plan from there is I have a second machine I need to check. So G-Man has a tow-behind camper trailer.
Ooh.
Which he has told me if I ever wanted to borrow it to go anywhere, all I need to do is let him know. So, my next plan for coming back here at some point is I'm not gonna fly. But my
take your time.
What's the word I'm looking for? Not consolidation. I guess the way to, like, make this more, I don't know, understandable. I'm not finding the word. To make it like a more worthwhile road trip, specifically over just flying and being here in a few hours, is I'm going to bring that trailer and I'm going to convert a lot of that trailer into a mobile studio and record every single leg of the trip and try to upload it in as many places as I can. Although I may have to, like, upload a whole bunch of episodes after I get here because I won't have mobile network.
Yeah.
But I would be making, like, a video diary of just, like, you know, this is where I am, this is what I'm doing, and I have, like, the dash cams and all that other stuff, so I would make a whole, like, day-by-day video of just doing it. And I don't think it would take me that long. It's not like I'm going to Connecticut or something.
Oh, jeez. No.
But, yeah,
I think me and my mom, we mapped out how long it takes for, if we were to drive to you, it's like 8 hours.
Yeah, so and that's if you go nonstop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you did, like, a couple of rest stops or something, or get food, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like, because I went with my mom to North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it's like an 8 to 9 hour trip. And even when we did a couple of restroom breaks and a couple of food breaks, we still got there.
Yeah.
In a pretty good time. It's just a matter of getting up in the morning.
Oh, I hear you.
It's just like,
yeah.
Me, it was just like, we gotta get up at like 6 and leave at 7, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I mean,
or the one time, because we had to go get my grandmother when we went for the weekend. My mom's like, we gotta leave. We gotta get up at 5, and we gotta leave at 6, and I'm like.
So our plan is to make this even more interesting is I'm going to talk to G-Man about this and see if we can modify his camper, because I'm sure he'll be down for this experiment, to have an internal battery instead of just plugging it in to get lights and stuff, because a lot of the places that I'll probably end up stopping won't be like, you know, like national parks and stuff. They may not have a hookup. So I would like to see if we could do that so that I could at least run like something for, you know, basic lighting. And I would prefer to drive when it's colder. But yeah, making something hot takes a lot less energy than making something cold. So
True.
It's just some really basic thermodynamic principles, but I think we might be able to pull that off. And I know that the truck can handle pulling something like that. It's pulled bigger things. So,
well, I was thinking of, like, if we traveled places, my uncle actually said that we should get a camper trailer that you could tug, because I was talking with him about, well, we were thinking of, like, traveling, you know, like, going places. Even if we can't go overseas, we could, like, travel the United States or Canada or something.
That's very true.
And he's like, y'all need a camper trailer that you can tug. And I'm like,
I fucking love a camper trailer, man.
So, well, they got an RV.
Oh, lucky.
But no, the reason they have one is because, like, at first they were gonna have a house, and then just not have the RV anymore. But they realized that how much they love the RV, and they're like, we might not even just have the house anymore. and might just have the RV for the rest of their lives.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
Well, because his kids are practically grown up.
Yeah.
And my aunt, her child is already, like, gone to, like, college and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's just both of them and the dogs.
Yeah, I can dig it.
So it's like, well, perfect for, you know, a couple with the dogs and RV, but I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
No.
You know?
An RV would be cool, but I think we can modify the trailer. I think if G-Man's cool with it, and I'm pretty sure he would be. He's always down for a cool science experiment.
Yeah, that's true.
And
especially me.
yeah, I know you are. So
I can't help it, I like science.
You're cool, so that too. So the other half of that is if we can get that taken care of and get all that, you know, working the way we want it to, we might be able to make more trips in the future with this channel expanding and stuff in the way it is, which is a, you know, a nice way of saying you should buy stuff in the merch shop and donate to Patreon. Subtle fucking hint. So
I also think that I could set you up with conventions.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that eventually.
I look up conventions here, but if you wanted to do like a convention like in your area,
yeah,
I mean, we would have to like literally travel to like the big cities.
Oh yeah, I know.
If they have conventions there. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I know I have like 2 or 3 in Jacksonville, and then, you know, there's some in Orlando and stuff. But like I said, if for some reason we can't do one here, we could always try to see if there's one in Louisiana.
Yeah, we can make things happen.
That way, like, you guys could meet Moonhorse if you really want to meet him.
Yes.
You know, but we'll plan it out. It's a future thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the future.
Great transition.
Yeah. So, to subtly plug for just a minute, not so subtly plug for just a minute, I recently put out something yesterday. When this goes up, it'll be yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Threadless now has magnets. They emailed me and they're like, yeah, you can make magnets now. So I made all of the designs
into magnets.
Yeah, some of them probably came out better than others. I need to actually double check, but I had to wait for their servers to catch up because they just turned all that on. So it's still kind of up in the air about whether or not a lot of it works. I did set every design to have a magnet though, so they are available. I just can't speak to how great they look. Some will look better than others.
I guess we should mention about the deadline for your contest.
Yes, that's coming up very soon.
Very, very soon.
If you want a I gotta check the date. I don't even remember what today is. Okay. Yeah. So this will be up Monday. You have 2 more days. So this is coming up early Monday. This podcast should be uploaded if you're watching at the minute it uploaded. First off, why are you up this late? Secondly, it is you have till Wednesday. Wednesday is the last day because Thursday is officially the end. The Moonhorse design contest. It is, again, I have to keep saying this, it is for exposure only, as much as I hate using the phrase for exposure.
Well, sometimes, and I will say this as an artist that's, you know, finishing college and everything, exposure is a big deal. I mean,
it is.
I know getting paid is, like, very, very important.
The bigger deal,
but getting exposed, you will get people that would want to get, you know, they would want to talk with you, be able to do something, you know, get you to want to do something, make something for them, and then they'll pay you.
Yeah.
And really to get exposed like that is a very big deal.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I know it's very difficult not to get paid, but exposure is very, very important, and then payment is the most important after exposure.
True.
So
it's true.
Just you got to think that way. Otherwise, like, you know, if you keep thinking I want to get paid, you won't really go far without getting exposed. And
So the tiers of the contest are kind of like the first place is going to be like it's going to be put on merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And I really hate putting this out there, but I feel like I should. So if that thought process is, like, oh, you're putting it on merchandise, that means you can pay the first place winner, right? It's like, I will tell you guys this: every shirt in my shop, despite size, is about $20. I make about $4 per shirt. The rest of it goes to Threadless. I tried to cut it as close as I could because I want you guys to be able to get a shirt that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when I have to go to a merch shop for somebody I like and a t-shirt costs $50. That's...
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do that to you, so I'll eat that because I want you guys to be able to get something you like.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I know it's different for, like... I mean, when it comes to band merch and everything, like Ninja Sex Party, for example, I know that they're a little pricey, but that's just because it's not going to the band, but it's also going to the record, the people that run the record label company and their manager. So it's kind of like, that's why it's so pricey. But, for like you and if I ever sell anything for what I'm doing, we don't want to gouge you guys out, it would be like really, really wrong to gouge you guys. I mean, it's different if you guys are going to buy, like, if I hand draw something and you guys want it, I am going to tell you how I feel it's worth.
Yeah, per commission and stuff like that.
Okay, but if I, for some reason, if like I made merchandise from, myself.
Yeah.
And I put it up like on a shirt or whatever, I don't want to gouge you guys. That's just not right. If you guys want to, hopefully I will get my character up and running so that I can put it on something. And then you guys can have something be like, oh yeah, I like her channel and all that type of stuff. Oh, I figured since I haven't been able to make a video about the channel, my channel, I am doing a different project. It's kind of like a passion project. So the Persona 5 thing's probably not going to happen until maybe in the future. I got a little I had too much anxiety towards it. So, Moonhorse thought of the idea of me doing something that hits your childhood. We're going to do Pokemon.
Yes.
And so what I'm going to do is I will sketch the Pokemon, but they're going to get recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Because I figured you guys could see my process of how I draw. And so, meaning it's going to have all of the basic shaping and lines, and then after that the details come in, and so you're going to get the whole full shebang of the sketch.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably won't erase too much. I'll erase a little bit here and there, but you guys can still see like my process. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it look good. Each Pokemon's gonna get recorded separately, but Moonhorse has an idea of like having them put together and all that type of stuff.
Editor
then
Moonhorse can take care
of it. Please, Editor Moonhorse. I would love for you to do that.
I got you. Don't worry about that.
So that's my project for my channel. Hopefully I can probably get started maybe sometime after summer semester is over, because right now I'm having to do video editing for my classes, and that's going to take the most time out of my time for my channel. So, but you will expect some, I will start doing some sketching. They will get recorded. And then Moonhorse just volunteered to be a part of this podcast.
I did.
For my podcast.
Yes.
He may only grew up with the original Pokemon.
It's true.
But we are gonna, go over the history of Pokemon and what we grew up with, and then whatever games I started playing more often, like, any of the new ones and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also decided, as a little tidbit, that we would also compare the art from back then to the art that I'm going to make for Pokemon. Because
it's interesting.
It might as well. I mean,
yeah.
I tried as best as I could. It's probably gonna look, not so clear, but who cares?
It'll be fun.
I got from Pokemon Red and Pokemon Yellow all the way to what I'm gonna draw, so that'll be interesting.
Sure will.
The channel that I keep popping up when I do streams and stuff, that's my personal channel. I noticed you guys subscribe to that one. That is not where my projects are going.
Yeah,
that's
well,
not
where
my
my
videos are going, but we will like Moonhorse will put up a link of which channel you guys need to subscribe to. Otherwise, you're gonna be like, why haven't I seen anything yet? It's but we will hook you up on that. Don't worry about it. Just that I will get started on like drawing and recording as much as I can after summer semester's over, because summer semester got very difficult. I have to do 2 videos and edit them, and I am not the best editor in the world.
You can do it.
I know, but one of the ones that I have to edit, I have to look through like an hour's worth of footage.
Yeah, and you have to reduce it to
I reduce it to like 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that ought to be fun.
Yeah, so it's like that's gonna take up my time. The other one not so much, because we didn't record like an hour of footage on that one for once.
Okay.
So it's just like, of course, that one is gonna be the one that I'm gonna have a hard time with. But I figured I'd let you guys know what's going on with my channel. Mm-hmm. After I've done that passion project for Pokemon, that's when I also will start creating my character.
Yeah.
So that you guys have an idea of, what I look like, and everything. And I don't know, maybe I can do a tiny bit of animation where she pops out of a portal.
That'd be
Who
cool.
knows? But
we shall see.
You guys will know. We will let you know what's happening.
Speaking of editing, should we tell everybody about the Moonhorse project that no one will ever see?
Which one?
Okay, so there's a video I made. I made a music video, you guys.
Uh-oh.
I did. I actually made a music video, but I cannot upload it because it is full-on copyright infringement. The companies won't let me do it. So I made a music video using a Rammstein song called Zeig dich. And
that one.
Yeah, and a bunch of footage from the second Evangelion rebuild movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a fun project to make. And I was
like with you in the whole process.
Yeah. I was showing Sango how the editing software works, and I was like, this is gonna be fun. So I just like.
And I even was like, what if you cut it here?
Yeah. Yeah, we went all out on it, and then like as soon as I uploaded it, they're like, "The fuck you will." So
yeah, it's just like
only like 10 people have ever seen it.
Yeah.
And I'm really upset about that because I think it came out pretty good, but they won't let me do it.
It literally synced with the music so well, it was scary.
It did.
It was just
actually
like,
came out really
I did
good.
not expect it to sync with the music so well, so it was just like, whoa.
I was pretty impressed with how well it all came together. And
Yeah.
I mean, I still have a copy of it, I just can't upload it anywhere.
Well, I think the only thing you could do at this point is, like, if anybody asks to see it, just... At this point, you might as well just send it to them. Because,
if I can, yeah. If I can. I kind of hate that that's like a project I'm going to have to hide forever because of this shit.
Yeah, I know.
Damn you, YouTube!
And everywhere else!
Yeah, pretty much. I even tried Daily Motion, and they were like, nope.
Just like, no, what the?
Yeah, they yanked it as soon as I uploaded it. And I was like, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah. But
so
that's life. I mean...
Yeah. So that's what's been going on so far. This is your Moonhorse Monday podcast, and I'm here with Sango. There's going to be a bunch of these with Sango for a while now.
Oh, baby. Woo!
So, yeah, that is where we are, you guys. I'm here. Mm-hmm. Everything's good, and we're going to be making some videos together.
We're trying not to die of the heat either.
Yeah, it's been hot. Hopefully it'll
bad.
stop.
I'm hoping, but, climate change. Gotta love it, right?
Yeah, really. So, that's our podcast for this week. We look forward to doing more of these, and look forward to hearing Sango in a bunch of my future videos. because we're going to be recording some together. We might record some together in a few minutes.
How dare we?
I got a whole bunch of stuff I need to read. So
yeah.
Thank you for being a part of this, my love.
Well, I love being a part of it.
Okay. And thank you guys for being here. If you would like to support this channel, as I so wonderfully shamelessly plugged earlier, there is a Patreon, there is a merch store, and if you have a story you'd like to send in, or like a request or a topic or anything, you can do that by sending it to r/Moonhorse Stories. I check it every day, so I will see it. And that's about it.
Yeah.
So
I think so, yeah.
See you next week, you guys. I love you.
Alright, bye guys.
Okay, bye. Be very careful.
Goodbye.
I can't find the mouse.
Okay.
Here
there
it
you
goes.
go.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.